All right, it's time now to see exactly what fall does taste like.
Yeah, he's been busy cooking up a storm this afternoon. It's meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
You know, we've had that cooler weather, and I just thought, I want something warm and hearty and delicious with a little bit of that thyme, that flavor in there. And I think this is what fall tastes like today.
Okay, so let's remind everybody what went into your crock pot here.
Yeah, so again, the name of this, Boeuf bourguignon, as Julia Child says, or beef stew with red wine sauce. And we've condensed it into the crock pot. You got to take a little prep work ahead of time.
Okay.
One thing is the meat in particular here, I tend to like using a boneless chuck roast for that. I find that the meat doesn't get stringy. Sometimes you use beef in recipes like this. It cooks so long, it kind of falls apart.
Yes.
That beef and broccoli we had was so tender, it just fell apart. Well, with this actually is a little bit of a tougher piece. So all that cooking just allows the meat to stay together, and it will be just tender. And so you have chunks instead of slivers or, you know,
Yes.
whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Right. So we got that. We put it in the crock pot after we seared it and made a sauce in the pan with the drippings. And we did some red wine in there. We did a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of tomato sauce, and some other things. Got the sauce dumped in there low and slow, 6 to 8 hours. And
Well, let's see what it looks like.
yeah, we're ready to eat
Yes.
here. So we're
You
going to get a
know,
bowl.
while you're ladling that up, Jacob, I did make your beef and broccoli the other night.
Did you?
It didn't taste near as good as yours.
Oh, wow.
I know. I was
Careful.
disappointed.
What happened? What did you do?
Okay, well, first of all, I had a meeting, and so it overcooked. So my family got the fresh green broccoli. By the
Yeah.
time I got to it,
It's-
it was brown.
It still is good when it's brown, but when you just put that in
No,
right away,
it
you don't think so?
wasn't
Okay, what do you think? Let me put
That looks beautiful.
yeah, let me put another little
amazing.
scoop in here so we can
And then
see
I was
here.
just like, man, Jacob's was so much better.
Yeah. Now, one thing you can do with this here is in that sauce, you can add a little flour to it if you want to thicken it up. I tend to like mine a little more brothy, and so that flour mixed in here with that broth will go. We'll just top a little bit of parsley
Look at
on top
that.
there.
A little
This
garnish.
this just screams Julia Childs, doesn't it?
Isn't it?
Beautiful.
Do you know how didn't Julia Child? She's like, oh, you know,
Yes.
something like that. Yeah. That's enough of the there. That right there.
Okay.
So the vegetables I've got traditionally, it's going to have onions, mushrooms. So you can add potatoes and carrots. I left the onion out. I just wanted mushroom, potatoes, and carrots in there. Kind of like a classic American beef stew, but that French
Yes.
wine addition to it, I think, adds a lot of
Yeah.
flavors. So it should be good. You want some spoons? Y'all ready to try it?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
go.
it looks amazing.
And I think you're gonna like
Thank you, ma'am.
I think you're gonna like the beef part as well.
Cheers.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Let's try real fast.
Yes.
Cheers.
Okay, let's give it a little go here. I'm gonna just
Go for
try
a carrot.
Well, I don't want to like be chomping
know,
on some
that's my
beef.
word.
You guys enjoy it. I'll
You know-
I'll wrap it up here.
Okay.
Remember, you can get this recipe and more on CILiving.tv. Assuming they like it, I'll have it on my Facebook page and more. What do we think?
2 thumbs up.
Isn't it good?
So good.
It's
Isn't
so
that
good.
red wine flavor just so perfect
does.
in there with that?
It's
thyme?
really good.
It's talking to me, Jacob. It's talking to me. Same. All right. We love when Jacob hangs out with us here in our CI kitchen. You can connect with him on Facebook. Of course, we'll have all of that on CILiving.tv.